this project we need some gravel or grit, some compost or manure, some gardening gloves, fertiliser, a rake, a fork, some canes, string and a tape measure, a cutting knife, some planks of wood, a sprinkler and some rolls of turf. If you want to create a new lawn, you've got two choices. You can sow grass seed or you can lay turf, but the preparation is the same for both. If you've had an old lawn which has got very weedy and moth-eaten, you can strip off the old turf, stack it and compost it, improve the soil below for laying a new lawn on. If it's got a lot of weed on it, treat it with weed killer first, let the weed die and then start the digging. Conditioning the soil is the important part, and for this we really want to dig over the whole area to a depth of about 6 inches, about 15 centimetres down. Have a look at the soil while you're doing this. Remove stones and remove any perennial weeds that might be there. If your soil is very free draining, you want to do something to help it retain more moisture. So get some compost or some farmyard manure, sprinkle it over the soil surface and fork this down. This will lock in moisture and improve the soil structure. Or you can get a water-saving gel. And these little crystals just literally sprinkled over the soil, and they absorb hundreds of times their own weight in water. In the other direction, really making sure that the whole area has been properly firmed. Over the edge, so we can cut that neatly when we've finished. And unroll the turf completely. Once it's unrolled, butt it up to your straight edge and just tap that down loosely. We're going to firm it down more later on, but tap it into place to settle the turf down into the soil. Edge along again, but make sure it's really butted up tightly to the first turf. You don't want to leave any gaps between the two, otherwise the grass will dry out and it might die. So really push the two up together, bend them in and firm them in really tightly. Do exactly the same thing. And now you need to water the turf thoroughly, making sure that the water soaks right the way through to the soil below, because that's got to be moist enough for new roots to grow down into. Don't walk on a new turf until it really is well rooted, which will take at least 2 to 3 weeks. You can test by trying to lift the turf up. If it comes away, it's not rooted. Once you find that you've got resistance there, the turf will be well rooted and it's time to give it its first mow. Give it a very shallow mow to start with, not cutting it too tight, and then gradually lower the height of cut over the following cuts. So for now, check watering probably every day until the turf